Hey folks, welcome to the show. I'm Lee Schneider, your host. Loading up the ghost blind here. We're going to go chase some more turkeys around here in Wisconsin. But in today's show, we're going to head down to the great state of Missouri where staffer Rob Relford is chasing some deer. So let's see how his show goes, and I know Rob can get the job done.
Alright, gang. It's warm to see this afternoon. Probably about 80, 84, 83, 84 degrees. It's a Friday. Let's see what date it is. September 25th. We're back up on the back end of our farm here in central Missouri where we were at the other morning. And hopefully we get another crack at a deer this evening. This will be our first evening hunt out here on our farm. We got to hunt a couple mornings, saw some does, had our incident the other morning with that big doe. The following morning we had a nice young 8-pointer, good looking buck come in, had him between 20, 22 yards, stood right there in front of us, fed. Good looking buck, but good one to let walk. This evening we're hoping to get a crack at another big fat doe. Hopefully High Top comes in. He's a buck I'd been watching on trail camera for quite a while, and all of a sudden he just up and stopped showing up. He's a good buck. Not real wide, but he's real heavy and just extremely tall. So he's kind of on top of my hit list. So y'all sit back, relax, keep looking over our shoulder. It's hot. We got a good breeze blowing in our face, taking our scent behind us. So hopefully this evening, if everything works out right, the boys from Boot-Trac Adventure, Team Missouri is going to let the air out of one.
If you're looking for a place to go in Ontario with wonderful accommodations, a sandy beach to dig your toes in, or awesome bass and walleye fishing, Dog Lake Resort, just northwest of Thunder Bay, is the place for you. You can also choose to go with Black Bear Adventures and chase that black bear of a lifetime. Bonfires and beautiful sunsets are the norm here. This segment brought to you by Carbon Synergy, the ultimate in scent control. Beat them scentless. And by Pro Hunter Archery Sights and Accessories, featuring single pin slide and multi-pin sights. By Icotech, dead serious game calls and decoys. And also by Bow Dagger, the all-in-one bow stabilizer and bow stand. We stand up for your bow.
Unreal. I had the doe come in 23 yards, broadside, head down, locked in, and I knocked the hair off the bottom of her chest, shot under her. She run out in the field. The other doe run up, stopped in the brush. They both went out in the food plot on here. This little patch of oats started feeding. She's still standing out there eating on the other side of the field. Both of them are Can't see them. There's a big clump of trees in front of us, but they're both standing out there. He didn't even bother. I just saw the hair boil up off the bottom of her chest. We'll go down and double check here in a minute, but they're standing out in the food plot feeding some. It's not starting out for a good year for the Team Missouri for Boot-Trac Adventures. That's the Whitetails 2, Rob 0. But we'll hang tight. It's still early. It's plenty cool out this morning, so. Maybe we'll get a crack at another one, so sit tight. Deer. Looks like 3 of them dove. All right, gang, here we are. We had a little bit of rain move in on us last night. It got dark fast, so we had to hurry up and go in, find her, recover, get her back up here to the shop and get her telechecked. All in all, it was a pretty dang good hunt. When we first moved into the stand, we were hunting a trailhead that's set just above where our Grandpa Ray's mineral lick is at. And we were on a cut field. It's got some clover in it. We're going to put in some food plots this upcoming weekend. The deer come in there feeding on that green grass. They came out earlier, messed around, spooked out and left. And right about dark, it was just getting, I had enough shooting light left. I was getting to the point where I was going to load up my gear, head on back. I looked up and here they come across the field. All 3 of them fed into within about 22 yards. I picked this one here. It's a nice, healthy, big doe, probably about 2 years old. Broadside. She didn't go more than maybe 50 yards. And dumped in some real thick brush just off the edge of a hillside over a little ditch. So that was where the problems was, getting her out after it got dark on me. And then the rain, a little bit of rain started moving in. But Boot-Trac Adventures here in Missouri, we're on the board. You all sit back, keep your eyes and ears open because there's big things coming from us on Boot-Trac Adventures. And we got a lot more tags to fill.
Boot-Trac. Dead serious game calls and decoys.
This segment brought to you by Boot-Trac, the ultimate tracking and recovery system. Ultra Pro X cameras. The adventure starts here. Boning Archery, your archery equipment source since 1946. And Pete Shoe Dryer. We invented dry.
Hi, from John with Grandpa Ray Outdoors, and here's the tip of the week. Foliar plant foods. Not many people understand the significance and the importance of foliar plant foods. Many progressive crop farmers do. What we got before you is my 949 foliar plant foods. It's got N, P, and K, zinc, manganese, copper, cobalt, boron, and liquid humics. So it loosens the soil naturally. It'll give you the much needed micronutrients that help handle those stresses, reduce your plant diseases. You'll see increased gain. You'll see a raise in your plant sugars, which makes them more palatable. You'll see some boost in protein levels, mineral levels, energy levels. $5 to $10 an acre, very cheap. You still want to have a good sound dry fertilization program. This will get you to the next level. Okay, so something that's unique to the wildlife industry, but it's not unique to the farming community. Foliar plant foods. Some words of the day from John with Grandpa Ray's.
beautiful morning this morning. It's cool out. Just barely the slightest little breeze coming into our face, so that's a plus. Heard a bunch of turkeys calling back out that way. Beautiful morning. Off the hillside, bedded down. I looked like he was bedding down. He might have kept on walking. I couldn't tell. He got in the brush. Good looking little 8-pointer. He's got a little potential on him, but he hasn't but about maybe a 2-year-old buck. He gave us a beautiful broadside shot at 22 yards, but we want Big Daddy or Grandpa. We let him have a pass. Maybe I get Jody up here with her crossbow and get her cracking him some one evening. But good looking little buck. I just looked up in the food plot and he come across the end of it over here and did like they always do up here. They come in right this clump of oaks right here in front of me, start feeding and walk out right under me. So pretty cool. He's still walking around right down there. Just catch glimpses of him in the brush. So sit back, hang tight, but cool morning. Good looking little buck. Alright, morning gang. Here we are out at our farm here in Osage County here in central Missouri, and we're fixing to put out some of our Grandpa Ray's Ultimate Deer Mineral. And on top of that, we're going to add some of Grandpa Ray's Outdoors Ultimate Deer Attractant to that. We've got a nice little area we've normally put mineral in up on top of this big green ridge out here where we got some of our bow stands at. We're going to put some Grandpa Ray's out, get the ground worked up, spread our mineral, work it into the ground a little bit. And hopefully we'll have some trail cam photos here in the next couple of weeks to show you guys just how good these minerals are. It's the right time of the year now to be getting these minerals out to our deer, especially our bucks. We want to get a stronger, bigger, healthier racks on our bucks. It's also, the minerals are good for our yearling deer, our fawns growing up, and for our does who are producing milk for these fawns, getting them big and strong. So if you bear with us, we're going to get our Grandpa Ray's out. If you're interested in Grandpa Ray's, you can go to Boot-Trac Adventures Facebook page. We have a link on there to Grandpa Ray's, or you can go to www.grandparaysoutdoors.com and go on there and tell them the guys from Boot-Trac Adventures sent you. You won't be disappointed in their products. So let's go ahead and get the ground worked up. We'll get the mineral put in. We'll get it worked into the ground a little bit. We'll get our camera hung, and then we're going to back out of here, and we won't be back in here for probably a week and a half to give everything time to calm down and get the deer time to come in. The attractant's going to, hopefully, the way it normally works is it gets up in the air, they'll smell it, and then they'll come into that, and then as they come in, more deer come in, and then hopefully we get some of our bucks on film on camera to show you guys. We've had some dandies in here last year. Hopefully Hollywood's back. He was a giant mainframe 9-point last year. Nobody got him as far as I know, so let's get Grandpa Ray's minerals in the ground and get our camera hung, and let's get on out of here.
The Pro-Tracker allows you a much better chance on recovering when you've lost blood trail, when you've lost track, or when it rains. The radio transmitter attaches to the animal's hide and then sends a radio signal back to your receiver so that you can track that transmitter. The Pro-Tracker system gives you a better opportunity of locating and recovering that animal when all other avenues have been exhausted. And that is what this does.
This segment brought to you by Ghost Blind. Not seeing is believing. By Grandpa Ray Outdoors. We're not about fancy bags. We are about complete whitetail nutrition. Ohio Paracord and Bulwarks. Dog Lake Resort. Your vacation spot in Ontario for family and sportsmen. And by Game Changer. A new and exciting way to hunt turkeys. Shoot them in self-defense.
At Grandpa Ray Outdoors, we strive to provide the best nutrition for your whitetail deer, starting with the soil. We provide a full line of high-quality food plot seed, plant foods, and minerals, and are not about a fancy name or package. We offer a year-round program of nutrition and food plot education that is natural and innovative. We work with you to give you specific recommendations for your own properties. Together, we can help you achieve the next level in whitetail deer management. Grandpa Ray Outdoors. Why go anywhere else?
All right, gang, I want to thank you all for coming out here and joining us in the woods, watching us get our mineral lick put out. If you're interested in Grandpa Ray's Ultimate Deer Minerals, you can contact them folks at 608-235-0628. They're out of Madison, Wisconsin. We're here in Missouri. Love their products, or you can go to Boot-Trac Adventures Facebook page. We have a link to Grandpa Ray's on there. You can go in there and check them out, see what all they have. If they should have everything you need to grow a bigger and healthier deer herd. Or you can go to www.grandparayoutdoors.com. That's www.grandparayoutdoors.com. All right, gang. It's October 6th. It's cool out. Clear. It's getting about daylight. And we're seeing a lot of buck activity from the road and stuff back and forth to work, and getting a lot of word that bucks are starting to get a little frisky. So we're hoping this morning we can use our Thunder Ridge grunt and grunt a good buck in. So you all sit back, keep looking over our shoulder, and we're going to get prepped up. It's getting almost light enough to shoot, so hang tight and let's see what the day's going to bring us. Shooter buck coming. Shoot. Oh, God. We just put an arrow in Hightower. Did you see the size of that? Oh, my God. We just put it in Hightower. We've been watching that buck since they got racks. We're sitting here. I hit it a couple series on my Thunder Ridge. Put my grunt tube away. Looked across the field. And I could see the tree branches shaking on the other side of the field, and I was like, "What is that?" And I could see the top of the rack, so I got the camera spun around. I hit my Thunder Ridge again, and I seen him lift his head up across the field, and I knew as soon as he lifted his head up that was Hightower. 15 yards, and we put it right in the pump station. Didn't get full penetration. The arrow was still sticking out some of him, but it was a good solid hit. He spun and went off the end of the ridge, and I haven't heard anything since. So we're going to get a hold of Andy, give it a few minutes, and hopefully we. Oh my God, it's huge. I'll get back with you folks here in a little bit. That's a big buck. That's a big buck. Good grief, that's a big buck. We'll find out shortly. He went to the end of the ridge here, and I never heard anything after that. Whew, big buck. So, we're gonna slip on out of the tree. Now get our gear together, slip out of the tree, go back and get Andy, give him time, and then we're gonna slip back up in here. Oh my God, big buck. Oh my gosh, big buck. All right, we'll get back with you, gang. Look at that. Wow. What a buck. All right, gang, here's the end product. Had a first rough part of the season for Boot-Trac Adventures. We had a cripple, a miss, saw deer, a lot of work to get to hunt. Got out there this morning, the cool weather, find a lot of ground scrapes. About 6:30 this morning. Caught the brush moving around across the field. Seen it was a deer over there. I got out my Thunder Ridge grunt tube. I hit it a couple times, and he stuck his head up over the hill and looked, put his head back down. I grunted a couple more times, and I saw him lift up and start walking. Got everything put away. He come right across the food plot, right into the trail, 15 yards, and stopped. And that all-blade broadhead opened him up. He went probably 100, 150 yards, but he fell down a creek bluff. So that's why he had all the distance. He rolled to the bottom of it. Team Missouri for Boot-Trac Adventures. We're on the board. We're excited. Next weekend comes Missouri's opener rifle season. We'll have another buck tag for that. Hopefully we can put some does on the ground between now and then. Great hunt this morning. It happened fast. Got daylight. He was there. Got on the grunt tube and bam, 15 yards, and it's money in the bank. Just glad everybody could be out there and enjoy this hunt with me this morning. We're going to get this deer telechecked. Going to take him, show him to my wife, who said I better bring him to see it. And we're going to get back out in the woods so brother-in-law Andy can get a crack at one and see if I can't put some does in the freezer. You all keep watching the trails, and you'll see that our tracks are leading us right back out in the woods here in central Missouri.
Stop starting out sopping wet. Start using a Peat dryer. Do what you like best in the soothing comfort of Peat Dry, a peculiar kind of dryness that effectively removes wet and sweat from all boots. you feel better, your boots last longer. Pete is easy to use and what you want. Go to www.petedryer.com and start feeling better. Pete, the original boot dryer, and still the best.